As the drone rises above the Tennessee Valley, a striking scene emerges: the Bellelfonte nuclear plant. Towering over the landscape near Hollywood, Alabama, this massive but unfinished facility sits on the banks of the Tennessee River. From above, its concrete structures and steel skeletons appear frozen in time, a silent monument to a project that never reached completion. Construction of Bellelfonte began in 1974 at the height of America's push for nuclear power. The Tennessee Valley Authority envisioned two pressurized water reactors here, each capable of producing more than 1,100 megawatts of electricity. It was an era when nuclear energy promised to revolutionize the power grid, providing clean, reliable energy across the Southeast. At its peak, the site buzzed with activity. Thousands of workers poured concrete, erected steel, and wired complex systems. The goal was nothing short of ambitious: to make Bellelfonte one of the most advanced nuclear power plants in the country. The surrounding communities anticipated decades of jobs and prosperity tied to this massive investment. But progress came with challenges. By the 1980s, the nation's appetite for electricity had slowed. The oil crisis had shifted energy markets, and nuclear power itself was facing increasing scrutiny. Rising construction costs, delays, and the shadow of accidents like 3 Mile Island weighed heavily on projects across the country. Bellelfonte, despite being more than 80% complete, was suspended before it was ever generated a single watt. From the air, you can clearly see the two reactor containment buildings. Their massive domes stand as the core of the facility. Designed to house the reactors themselves, stretching outward, the turbine halls look like immense warehouses of steel and concrete. Even unfinished, the scale is breathtaking, an industrial giant against the rolling hills of Jackson County. The cooling towers, with their iconic hourglass shape, are perhaps the most recognizable features of the site. Rising hundreds of feet into the sky, they were engineered to vent vast plumes of steam, yet they never carried a drop of water for cooling. Instead, they stand empty, casting long shadows across the valley floor. From the drone's view, their geometry is both beautiful and haunting. Over the decades, several efforts were made to bring Bellelfonte back to life. In the early 2000s, as energy demand grew again, TVA considered restarting work. Later, private developers proposed finishing the reactors, promising jobs and new economic growth. In 2016, TVA even approved the sale of the site, but the deal fell through, leaving Bellelfonte in limbo once again. For the people of Hollywood and nearby Scottsboro, Bellelfonte is more than steel and concrete. It represents years of anticipation, promises of steady jobs, new schools, and booming businesses. When work stopped, many families were left with dashed hopes. To this day, the plant is a source of conversation and debate. Should it be completed, repurposed, or dismantled? Today, the Tennessee Valley Authority maintains Bellelfonte, but has no active plans to finish it. Instead, TVA has focused on natural gas, renewables, and smaller nuclear technologies. Bellelfonte sits idle, with its structures preserved but unused, its future uncertain. It is a constant reminder of both the possibilities and pitfalls of America's nuclear age. From a wider perspective, Bellelfonte reflects the complex relationship the United States has had with nuclear power. It embodies ambition, innovation, and engineering prowess, but also caution, public concern, and the weight of financial risk. Flying over the site, you see not just a power plant, but a story etched into concrete about choices made and opportunities lost. As the drone ascends for a final view, the Tennessee River glimmers in the distance, wrapping around this vast, silent complex. The Bellelfonte nuclear plant remains unfinished, a landmark of ambition and uncertainty, standing tall in the hills of northern Alabama. a project designed to power the future, but forever left in the past. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, like, and subscribe, and we'll do more of these. Thank you.